radiation. So photons. So these are the matter having particles. That means radiations has a particle nature as well as wave nature. That means it has dual nature. So as first said by name of the scientist de Broglie. So but Newton said that particles or radiations consists only or light. Suppose light is a form of energy. They consist of small particles called as corpuscles. But Huygens said that so light will be travel in the form of wave. So but de Broglie said that the particle has light waves has that means light radiations has both particle nature as well as wave nature. That's why it is called dual nature of matter radiation. So mainly these photons are electrically neutral. They does not deviated by either electric field or magnetic field. They are electrically neutral. So this about first we have to discuss about today cathode rays. So cathode rays was discovered by J.J. Thomson in this by an experiment of Collet tube. It consists metal plates which will be connected to the positive is called anode, which is connected to the negative is called cathode. Suppose if your pressure inside of this will be decreases and pressure decreases and voltage will be increases about 10,000 volts. So some particles which they leave the surface of the cathode normally and travel towards the anode. Okay, these are called electrons. That means cathode ray. This ray which are moving from cathode to anode are called cathode rays. They consist of small particles. That means a stream of particles called as electrons. So electrons was first discovered by Sir J.J. Thomson. So the particles which are leaving the surface of cathode normally and move towards the anode, these rays are called cathode rays. Cathode rays generally consisting small particles or stream of particles named as electrons. That means they have negative charged particles, so called as electrons. So okay, next one about specific charge. Specific charge. What is the specific charge? The ratio of charge to the mass of particle. Charge to the mass. Charge should be denoted with E. Mass should be denoted with M. The ratio between E by M and is called specific charge. Okay. So specific charge E by M unit in SI system is coulomb. Charge will be always in coulomb. Mass unit will be gram. Coulomb per gram. That is the unit of specific charge. Next, what type of questions may ask in this lesson? Okay. What is meant by this work function? How can you define? So what is this work function? What is this work function? Work function should be denoted with W naught. Okay, what is meant by this work function? So first of all, we have to say about some of the alkali metals. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, these are all the alkali metals. So when light of suitable intensity falls on this, that means light ray consists of photons. So when light ray falls on these alkali metals, they can immediately emit some electrons. So this emission of electrons is called photoelectric effect. These electrons are called photoelectrons. This effect is called as photoelectric effect. That ordinary visible light they can emit photoelectrons. So that means work function of these alkali metals. What are the alkali metals? Lithium, sodium, potassium and rubium. These are all the alkali metals. So work function will be very low. Even at the ordinary visible light, they can emit electrons. That is called photoelectrons. That effect is called photoelectric effect. So then what is meant by this work function? So the minimum energy required to liberate electrons from the photometal surface. అంటే కనీసం ఎంతైతే ఎనర్జీ అవసరం అవుతుంది ఫోటో ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ లిబరేట్ చేయడానికి ఆ మినిమం ఎనర్జీని మనం వర్క్ ఫంక్షన్ దాని మినిమం ఎనర్జీ సో రిక్వైర్డ్ టు లిబరేట్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఫ్రమ్ ద photometal surface. That is called work function, should be denoted with W naught. So okay. Another question, what is meant by this photoelectric effect? Sometimes photoelectric effect. Metals. What are the alkali metals? Lithium, sodium, potassium and rubium. These are all the alkali metals. So work function will be very low. Even at the ordinary visible light, they can emit electrons. That is called photoelectrons. That effect is called photoelectric effect. So then what is meant by this work function? So the minimum energy required to liberate electrons from the photometal surface. అంటే కనీసం ఎంతైతే ఎనర్జీ అవసరం అవుతుంది ఫోటో ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ లిబరేట్ చేయడానికి ఆ మినిమం ఎనర్జీని మనం వర్క్ ఫంక్షన్ దాని మినిమం ఎనర్జీ సో రిక్వైర్డ్ టు లిబరేట్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఫ్రమ్ ద photometal surface. That is called work function, should be denoted with W naught. So okay. Another question, what is meant by this photoelectric effect? Sometimes photoelectric effect. What is meant by this photoelectric effect? Photoelectric effect means emission of electrons from the photometal surface. This is so alkali metal like either sodium or lithium or potassium. When ordinary visible light falls on this, it can emit. That means when photons falls on this, they absorb energy from the photon, and the electrons will be liberated by absorbing the energy from these photons. These electrons are called photoelectrons, and this effect is called photoelectric effect. That means the emission of electrons from the photometal surface is called photoelectric effect. So next, so some of the examples for photosensitive substances, why they are called so. What is meant by photosensitive substances? That means, so what are the photosensitive substances? Like the first one is lithium, potassium, okay, sodium, rubium and cesium. These are the alkali metals. The work function of these alkali metals will be very low. Even at the ordinary visible light, they can emit electrons. That's why these are called photosensitive substances. So what are photosensitive substances? So work function will be low. Even at the ordinary visible light, they can able to emit electrons from their surface. What are those substances? Lithium, potassium, sodium, rubium and cesium. These are the photosensitive substances. Next, Einstein photoelectric equation. How did you write the Einstein photoelectric equation? Einstein photoelectric equation. According to the Einstein photoelectric equation, so photoelectric equation is given by Ke max, maximum kinetic energy. So kinetic energy will be given as half mv square. That will be h mu minus pi naught. Here h is the Planck's constant. Mu is the frequency of the radiation. Pi naught or W naught is the work function. So what is work function? Minimum amount of energy required to liberate electron from the photometal surface. Okay, that is the Einstein photoelectric equation. Next, de Broglie relation and explain the terms. de Broglie relation. What is the de Broglie relation? And explain the terms in that. According to this de Broglie relation, so moving particle is related to its momentum. So momentum and wavelength lambda is equal to h by p. P is the linear momentum. Momentum formula mass and velocity. So lambda is equal to h by p or h by mv. Here h is the Planck's constant, m is the mass of particle, v is the velocity. These are the terms are associated with de Broglie relation. Next, what is meant by this uncertainty principle? What is meant by uncertainty principle? It is impossible to measure both position and momentum of a photon or any other particle at the same time exactly. That is the uncertainty principle. So one more question sometimes may ask about important for the Millikan experiment. Millikan experiment. What is important did Millikan experiment establish? Photon particle collision, if they collide with each other, this momentum, so actually energy and momentum will be conserved. That means energy and momentum remains constant. However, the number of photons may not be conserved in a collision. One photon may be absorbed, at the same time new photon may be created. One photon